but a lot of teams, OWCS being one of them as well, being a team that has upset and can continue to do so. Their match versus VP is later on today. Of course, 3 Korean teams remain in this playoffs. You've got T1 and Falcons obviously down in that other side of the bracket.
Yeah, this is perfect to try and bully that Winston out of the bubble, but you need to place this Symmetra early on the point to get those turrets set up. This is going to be really good to defend. Can't underestimate the power of the displacement too of the D.Va and finding those environmental kills and chasing down the Flyers. This is such a good swap from KSA.
And that's a beautiful first pick as well. No better than it being Quartz, honestly, with Lip taking a railgun headshot. Junbin next is Twisted Minds. All they got to do is just dodge out of Heesang's rockets. And with the teleporter as well, as soon as Junbin makes a leap, you can just aggressively TP if you'd like.
Goodness, though, that Twisted Minds are just going to play on the point. So Heesang's going to be playing around the perimeter, try and make this Quartz uncomfortable. But the teleport's going to allow for rotations. They're not going to be split up.
Funny, Astro gets dunked, though, by Lip. They do end up trading as a rush is deployed on the point. Heesang pretty low. And oh, Quartz! Half HP takes the skies and just snipes Heesang. Really early rush shooters as well from TN. Might be able to get a stagger onto Shu. Nope, has Swift step up.
Would be off to a good foot. Twisted Minds have been flawless so far. This beat is going to be critical, but where can Heesang try to sneak up? Quartz has found good shots so far. Heesang is going around the perimeter, TPing off.
They've TP'd again. Lip's dead first yet again. Heesang, matrixed. See his head cocking there. He knows that was his maybe opportunity to get a big barrage kill, but KSA had the matrix on him. It's final fight for Twisted Minds. They're TPing all the way to the spawn. Heesang's in trouble. Overclock. Oh, his quad snipes him. And now Crazy Raccoon might have to use ults to get out of spawn.
Not gonna, yeah, they are gonna overextend, but they will get back. Kitsune Rush, all the ults built up. Twisted Minds are proactive, and Crazy Raccoon gotta get there quick. They have the ults, Primal to stall. Junbin has the touch.
They got the touch. Rush on the point for Simple is almost lapped Shu, it felt like. Sound Barrier connects with 5 on Crazy Raccoons as UB TP's away from the Primal Rage. And Heesang now holding onto this barrage, doesn't want to throw it in just yet, fearing that the wall might be his own demise. UB Astro end up falling. And it's Twisted Minds collect 99% on the point. A fairly cheap fight, though, it must be said, from Crazy Raccoons.
Back to access someone like Lip. They're going to set up Quartz for a ranged battle against Lip. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to pivot there to capture Lip. There's a sound barrier, but it doesn't actually end up connecting Quartz, sadly, but Junbin still ends up going down. Lip just looking at the Matrix as the barrage rains death from above. It's a big trade here, but Lip's 10 HP against Simple. Oh, this Simple gets him. A trade is not good enough, though, as UB, the only member surviving from Twisted Minds, gets taken down by the support duo, Chorong and Shu.
Their ultimates, Twisted Minds will have Kitsune Rush advantage coming up, unless they can get lucky with these picks. Quartz has been a difference maker. Close call. Lip is very low. This is the window for Twisted Minds.
Bro is just peeking him over and over again. Oh, a TP onto Shu's going to be good for 1. Simple has the rush. This is the momentum they need now. It's going to be a fairly easy fight too. That bubble's already dead, although Funny Astro gets caught out in the mid. The rush goes on to the point. Now good luck fighting into this if you're anybody from Crazy Raccoon. They've already lost Junbin, so the staying power is cut to almost 0. Choron close to the sound barrier, peeks his head through the window, but Quartz has his number! Overclock will finish off Lip. Heesang didn't stand a chance. Twisted Minds with round 1.
And Twisted Minds have been good at putting pressure onto Heesang. He cannot get comfortable, and Shu has to pay close attention. Junbin's gonna jump in.
Versus Quartz now on the point. Quartz sliding away. Lip, fully charged railgun shot right now, but Twisted Minds in a good spot. You have to fight into this, and fighting into the turrets is gonna be rather tough as Chorong TP'd upon. I'm telling you, man, Twisted Minds, best sim team in the world, right?
Yeah, the main points of control with this Symmetra teleport has been holding Dojo, going to White Room, and Twisted Minds will hold control. They'll have Mega Pack, Kitsune Rush to retake. They gotta help KSA.
Yeah, Simple has been farming these ults. Already got it. Shu's 25% behind. A TP behind them as well. Crazy Raccoon, they've got to be expecting this at some point. UB does end up going down. I'd imagine that was a boop out of the teleport to kill off the sim. Simple going extremely aggro though, just taking the 1v1 versus Lip. You're taking a 1v1 versus the God like that. Ends up going down to Junbin in the end as Crazy Raccoon, Cap.
If Twisted Minds go to White Room, this could be dangerous for the Barrage.
That was close. Sound barrier though, super aggro on Chong, super low, almost got Ajax there. You saw the game plan in Twisted Mind's eyes. They wanted that Ajax, that Lucio. The Barrage though, too slippery for Twisted Minds. Quartz though, taking to the skies. That's one, that's two hits. He needs a third. He got it, but the heals are coming in clutch from Shu to heal up Hisang. Chong from across the map. Cheerios thrown at Quartz. It's a trade, but Jumbin still on the point with the Primal Rage. Funny Astro. Whoa, okay, Chong dies to self-destruct.
Just need Lip to find these final blows onto Twisted Minds. It is Crazy Raccoon in the lead, and the Primal comes out.
Yep, Primal into White Room, perfect place to play, but look at all that damage coming through already to Jumbin. Chong booping UB off the edge of the map. That's a quick fight.
Very quick, Crazy Raccoon.
Straight back, final fight, like you said. Both DPS ults available from Crazy Raccoon, or Hisang has his in a second. This wall is going to be pivotal though to win the fight, and they are going fast, they're going early. Hisang spotted by Quartz. Quartz thinks better of it though, fighting around the shield a lot more valuable, and now Lip has to get away, get an alternate angle, but Quartz has already turned this fight. Hisang healed off, although Chorong again. Chorong has been so good with these boops, punishing UB's position after the TP.
So aggressive here, Kitsune Rush from Shu, and Twisted Minds may not have an answer. They're just gonna leave the fight. This is smart, but now it's overtime. You're gonna need to barrier engage.
They're gonna get there. Sound barrier through the window. Hello, Astro. Doesn't end up coating Quartz in the overhealth though, sadly, as Lip just dashes away, got an overclock of his own. Hisang finished off simple with the Barrage as Lip finds his alternate angle to shoot a KSA, getting around the defense matrix. Oh, the directs are clean. Hisang's woken up today as Crazy Raccoon get that second round. Hisang is playing the Pharah. It's an odd position, like you said. You can't really take server room if you're Crazy Raccoon, so they're opting for this pedestal outside. That's a good stick as well. UB's 1 HP, that's the call from Lip. First blood there from Jumbin. Simple has been looking good on this Kiriko, always getting this rush before Shu, and they're making good use of it as well. They're going quick. Quartz though, low HP as the rest of Crazy Raccoon scatter, jump back into their dumpsters, and well, look at this, the sound barrier is going to put even more pressure on Lip. He fires the bolus onto the point, but Quartz still finds a kill onto Hisang. High in the sky is the Pharah, but it's so easy when Quartz has a good line of sight. Lip though receives the sound barrier in a 4v5. They think they can win it, and especially with this Primal Rage, good luck actually sustaining the team. But Funny Astro with a mean left hook takes care of Jumbin.
Funny Astro was too swifty, Hisang was dead, and Lip just couldn't connect on those critical shots to try and...
The kills actually need to come in. KSA loses mech, but has the remech, but quickly killed off by Jumbin. Another perfectly placed bubble earns him the kill.
Shu was 1 HP, and KSA should have gotten that kill, but he went for the bomb to try and get the recap, and was not good.
Simple. Oh, he's going to take on Hisang. He's going to try at the very least. A TP away, he's looking for it, but Hisang denies him the teleport.
He was able to build up towards a Kitsune Rush. Jumbin as Primal. This is gonna go to 99 to decide map 1.
They go in again, but Shu's not too far behind this time around. There is the rush. No sound barriers, but Chong's the first target for Funny Astro. Wall riding up to him, and he's as dead as the metaverse now as UB is just lasering down Lip. But somehow Lip still survives. A 1v1 of the century now as Lip tries to take on Quartz, but Lip has the backup, but it does not matter because Astro is there as well.
Can't believe Twisted Minds flipped that, and now it's still going to get to 99, and Quartz are around. It will go to Twisted Minds.
A direct onto Quartz. This is disastrous.
Wait.
The Primal Rage from Jumbin. He stayed alive way too long. Twisted Minds needed that kill. A barrage from the skies. The Diva's Matrix ran out and the mech evaporated. A molten pile of metal now on the floor as Crazy Raccoon cap the point and finish out map 1 strong.
Yeah, just to re-mention that Twisted Minds, they have picked this before. Out of the 2 maps they've lost, this was one of them, but that was at the beginning. This is them now. And they banned the Pharah, Twisted Minds banned the Pharah first. Rather, okay, yeah, sure, he's saying just in case.
What you really want to be in front of? Quartz is just making good use of that now. He's forced everybody back, but it's already gone. Sound barrier comes in once again. Funny Astro, Twisted Minds, they want to go first. They want to go fast and furious. As Shu ends up getting teleported on, and a triple hit. Oh, and Quartz narrowly surviving. Thanks to that lamp there from Simple. He can live another day and tell another tale. UB collects 2, and that will be the cap. Oh.
Such a fun window for Simple, though, to place it in a safe position and just to move along with it. We'll see a nice group up here. Knows the sound barrier is off the table. Max should really let this rip soon.
Yep, there it is. Look for a head stomp, maybe. No, a little bit too far away. Lamp comes in, perfectly timed. Oh, that rock hits the TP.
Good Matrix, a good TP. Twisted Minds know what's coming before it hits. That's going to be interesting to maybe try and break up and see if you can stop Twisted Minds from TPing away. Maybe deny the window from Simple using the May wall, but it's only going to be momentarily.
Yeah, they're resetting their positioning with that TP away. UB doesn't quite get rocked, or that ult either. I mean, look, that Bolus went wide, and once again, Funny Astro, as soon as he gets that B, he's in. Counter beat, though, from Crazy Raccoons, as Quartz is going to be the main target for Chorong and Max, even. Very good cleanup now. Good luck escaping without that Lucio speed boost. Can't let UB get a kill, though. No. Hey, they're not going to allow any shenanigans.
Now they'll have a Blizzard. Max is just farming, but maybe is overextended. The TP's at his feet.
High noon. Oh, Lip survives with a sliver of HP, but he didn't even need the headshot. Did it for just style points. Blizzard not finding the level of success that they wanted as Quartz is just sitting there shooting them like they're tin cans on a piece of wood. I mean, this is insane levels of accuracy from Quartz at that range. Chorong's going to get chased down. Oh, give him another one. Go on, Heesang. You're not really going to win against Quartz, not now.
The speed. Getting ahead of this game, though, is KSA. Kitsune Rush will overwhelm Crazy Raccoon, and Chorong's 10 away from B.
Chorong is so close to another B. Yeah, 5%. Flux connects, and there's no lamp to save you now, so a lot of this damage is going to really start to hurt, but it's actually Max that falls prey to, look at those assists as well. 4 assists on the kill from Funny Astro. Bolus hits the cart as Lip finds 2 already. It's him and Shu just kind of chilling on the point right now, and you can't count out Lip, not at the best of times, but when you got Quartz, you're hitting headies every single shot that you fire out. Shu has 0 chance against that. Max, D-Mech, point already taken. Rush on the point, Bolus from behind, but Lip doesn't have an angle. I mean, he's got to deal with Quartz now and decides to back off. Sound barrier from Chorong does hit 3, though, as KSA falls desperately low. Lip does end up getting pushed onto high ground briefly, but it is all Quartz in the front line right now, and Lip is too scared to challenge him. Another couple of hits there, and that'll do it. Twisted Minds full cap against Crazy Raccoon with time to spare. This room is it's so frustrating to kind of deal with. And this a classic counter to the Diva, of course, the Zarya. Max already 100 charge with the bubble up in 3 seconds. Not a room you want to be in, not when these right kicks are flowing out, but UB, he's got charge of his own. Just zaps Shu and Heesang, no problem. Max next to fall. You got a beam, I got a bigger one. I love this proactivity. All TP destroy, Quartz gets out of there. Nice tracking from Simple. KSA now in a little bit of trouble, but they're going to go with the rush. Every single time they got an ult up, they're going in. Sound barrier, though, from Chorong, and now they need to kite back, wait for Astro sound barrier, and then they go in. Max in a little bit of trouble, though. He's getting laser beamed by UB, of course, as the team fight breaks down. Lip finds the kill onto Quartz, but it doesn't matter. Fight's already done, I'm afraid.
You're getting some zoning, you're finally seeing some progress, but this is going to be Crazy Raccoon back significantly on progress.
They're going in again. Wall comes out. Overclock from Quartz. Nothing to really stand in his way whatsoever. Crazy Raccoon cowering in the miniature health pack room, and yeah, good luck. It's 2 minutes to go. A small stag onto Heesang as well.
Protecting his team. They're all stacking around this Diva. Max just has to throw it out there at this point.
Behind them. Oh, KSA's kind of waiting. Sneaky from him. Self-destruct, and now Lip charging that overclock. Blizzard ends up getting popped on the point after that defense matrix was cut a little short there with the D-suit. They've eventually got it popping here, but only a minute to go. KSA at a good angle as well to protect it if he wants to throw it far, which doubtful, of course. They want to get this remake to guarantee it. Rush on the point, and Twisted Minds know exactly that. As long as KSA stays alive, they're going to be good. Safe from the Zarya. This overclock onto Quartz is going to be a solo grab, but the sound barrier is going to come in just in time to clutch, and a teleport as well from UB to get him away. Lip ends up falling over as 5 seconds remains now, and he's saying topples. Crazy Raccoon, am I seeing this correctly? Twisted Minds holding them on first on Circuit Royale.
Twisted Minds can't do that again. So I could expect Junbin to bring that out.
Symmetra ban for Crazy Raccoon there, and Kiriko ban for Twisted Minds. They've had enough. Nade in, ball, slam, lip, round the side, Heesang as well. You got to get through KSA's mech first, which is going to be, it's going to prove a nightmare. As a quick rotation takes care of the item, lip down as well. Oh dearie me, it's all falling apart for Crazy Raccoon. They did cap point first, but they're looking for a couple of kills at the very least. But Simple is not going to give Chorong his one.
Hey, at least Crazy Raccoon got the cap, so they're going to have an early lead, but it will be flipped over. So, yeah, Twisted Minds are so good in these ban phases to force the comp that they want. Just wondering how, what the Blizzard is going to actually lock down for Yubi. What the wait, a beat engage from Bunny Astro.
Yeah, and straight onto the back line. What's up, Shu? Used to play together, of course, like I mentioned. Shu in a lot of duress right now as Quartz finds an alternate angle. Unfortunately, Shu, no eyes in the back of his head there, so couldn't look two different directions at once. Chorong does end up getting the kill onto Simple, but Twisted Minds almost at full strength on this point. Lip, I can't imagine, wants to use this pulse bomb, although with this sound barrier, maybe he does. Pulse bomb onto the Cass, ends up killing the High Noon, self-destruct to Remake, a 3v4 sound barrier clutch from Chorong.
If Shu's going to be perma-dead, like Lip and Heesang have to do so much work to make up for that, to try and trade backlines to get as many kills as possible before those heals, the very limited heals that you have with the Lucio. Like even Funny Astro is forcing cooldowns out of Shu potentially, so Shu has to be so careful with who he sleeps when he nades.
Ooh, and that is scary. Tectonic Shock not available, unfortunately. Nano boost on to the Venture. Simple's going to get one tapped if he's not careful, but the sound barrier comes in. Same with that lamp to save the BAP. Quartz ends up getting torn apart by Lip on the sidelines, though. Is this sound barrier from Twisted Minds has been turned on its head as Crazy Raccoon looking good on this first point. This looked like a Twisted Minds one. Undoubtedly, the 99% comeback here for Crazy Raccoon as they secure.
And this is the secondary tracer from Crazy Raccoon. Usually that's Heesang's job, and of course they're very flexible DPS. The 0 to 100 comeback though, so impressive.
They're finding the flank. Oh, spots. Funny Astro. Oh, Astro was getting one clear, but didn't bowl the way for the rest of his team as well. What a perfect dive there from Jumpin and Lip. Picturesque. Heesang does get traded, but they're just waiting out for the Thor on the block, and there goes Yubi. 2 dead, and only a single person traded, and Lemon, that was a very cheap fight. In fact, that was a free fight, almost. No ults used. Oh, okay, I lied. There was one. It was mine.
This point, yeah, you just give up the Blizzard. There was just no opportunities. Too many mobile characters. You're just never going to get anything. Junbin, good minds, too. Just secure that initial point. Yubi is feeling confident enough that, okay, I don't have to face Heesang. I can face Lip.
Yubi on Tracer now, of all things. Deciding the Mace, just not for him in this comp. Getting that block force so early. Tried to go for the one clip on Lip, but Lip is just, he's just got a mog at him right now. Just kind of turning away, just doesn't seem to care at all. Nano boost on to Shu. That's an aggressive push. KSA, if they can get this C-Mech, it will be stellar. Oh, he's body blocking him too in the bot. No, surely there's no way. Yeah, he's got the thrusters, it's all good. Yubi ends up going down to Chorong. Crazy Raccoon just holding this spawn.
KSA can't protect everyone, and now Junpin's going to try and stop Twisted Minds from getting a touch.
Okay, didn't expect the ledge to be exactly on that pixel. Well, there's the Tectonic Shock and Funny Astro's sound barrier. Oh dear, it might as well have been a wet napkin, honestly. Didn't help him whatsoever. Shu does get traded though, and Quartz now under pressure. A burrow. Oh, what a stick from Yubi! Catches Heesang as he burrows up to the sky. Yubi though in trouble. Does end up hitting the recall, and Lip hasn't got any cooldowns left, so has to back off to that miniature health pack. KSA, though, low health in the mech, has self-destruct for another life.
Yeah, Lip and Junbin are out-tempoing Twisted Minds.
Come on. He's on the stairs, I think.
Either way, yeah, Junbin and Lip.
He's trying to get on this high ground, but yeah, Quartz has already used the grenade as well. Oh, straight down below. Lip not expecting it. All right, Quartz back onto the high ground using that jump pad. Okay, quick reset here, but I don't think Crazy Raccoons are going to have a chance to actually retouch. And there's the point on the board for TM.
Junbin was trying to find Shu. He's at half health. He probably could have kept recontesting. And again, Twisted Minds, if they can get ahead, try and find Shu. That has been the mission, but Junbin is going to be the one attacking first.
Christmas ornament falling off the tree there and slamming Quartz, but good reactions from KSA. Insta-matrixing Quartz, making sure he stays up. It's a power position for Quartz to be in as well, up on that high ground. And again, KSA, look at how quick this guy is with the Matrix. But unfortunately, not enough Matrix to save Simple. Mecha's about half HP now as Quartz is still just looking at every single possible angle they can come from. They're just all over him. Self-destruct on the point from KSA. Junbin goes for the slam. Pulse bomb onto the mech as KSA now in trouble. Simple is going to come back in just a moment, but not quick enough to save KSA or the rest of Twisted Minds.
See if just the extra resources could help tilt the tides in their favor.
Simple. He's got to run. And funny, Astro was 1% away from the sound barrier too, although there was a danger of an Ajax there, most definitely.
Will be proactive for Crazy Raccoon. Twisted Minds are trying to counter-rotate away from the Hammond and see if they can initiate the fight.
Astro doesn't end up getting naded there, but eventually gets that sound barrier off. This window is it's nice for Quartz, and in fact, that lamp is going to be even better. He's saying unable to kill Quartz right now. There's a mega health back behind him as well, so he can use that force sustain, but the rest of his team, unfortunately, can't sustain through the slams, the multiple boops up into the sky. As a sound barrier remains for Crazy Raccoon as they get the reflip after TM managed to get a random cap throughout that small engagement. Oh, yeah, no, Simple spotted. Good presence of mind there from the bat. Just looking behind them, knowing Junbin wants to go and slam in onto Quartz again. They're setting him up once more onto this mega health pack. High noon. Oh, the sleep, the push, the stun, the boop, everything thrown in. Lamp's going to help him for the time being, but Heesang knows the target to kill and he goes after it. Quartz is just not having a good game right now, and that's not his own fault either. It's just the Crazy Raccoon's dive is just stellar. It's unbelievable. You cannot counter this.
And Simple's going to be even more vulnerable with the Ana, but you got to try and go for that one and done sleep if you can.
It's a pretty low percent play here from Simple, but the upsides are just astronomical if you can land a good sleep. He's keeping himself alive for the time being as there is a contest by Yubi. Yubi and Lip now, both with pulse bombs in hand, but Quartz is in trouble again. I mean, Simple's now going to be the main focus at Heesang, who ends up surviving. That Mind Slam was just too much for them. Yeah, they've got to rotate, and Crazy Raccoon are giving up a little bit of positioning here on the point. Pulse bomb from Lip, misses, slam onto Quartz. Astro with the amp and the beats. Ends up getting it off again, but unfortunately, Yubi could not survive. Oh, and a fantastic sleep from Simple, but is it actually going to be enough? Heesang, Lip, they're still killing. They're on a mission. They want to make it through these quarters. Simple in trouble. No CDs left. And it is just a snack for Lip. They're going to kill KSA. The D-Mech kill is good. It's a fancy one. But Crazy Raccoon, they're just indestructible here. A sound barrier as well to spare. Nothing stops them. A 3-1 victory on Atlas. UB, the last member alive for Twisted Minds to go for the touch. And it's all over. A hello and a goodbye.
Because last time they went to Coliseo, I believe Max was in. So, and that was to play the Diva, and Crazy Raccoon banned the Diva.
Right.
So they're trying to get rid of KSA, maybe chasing down Heesang's Tracer.
Like Simple's off angle, by the way, going through the little archway there. Very easy to TP across, just get a little bit of scouting info. Speaking about scouting info, Heesang's already in the back line. Very tricky to kind of play against here, but there's the teleport, as we were expecting.
This is going to up the tempo. Now UB is going to have less time to think about these teleports when they're getting peppered by the far from behind. So love this pick out of Crazy Raccoon. And you're going to try and play this cover as best as you can. Shu will be by his side.
Stealing the bot away, though, is going to be the aim of the game here. They know Crazy Raccoon need to collapse on them, so if they can just kind of huddle together, play as a 5-man, just avoid the poke, sustain through it. Oh, can't sustain through that, though. That is a take-aim shot plus a neutral rocket from Heesang. And the collapse incoming, and yeah, there you go. Little bit of meterage, but not too much. Not anything to write home about. God, Heesang is permanently on and off angle, a solo operator for Crazy Raccoon. They got this bowler shot as well, and Lip is just going to take advantage of this high ground. They know they're going to want to move as 5, so there's not going to be any crazy flanks. Well, Bolus goes in, connects for a little bit of damage, but no initial kill. Rush and Astro from the top rope hits that beat. Heesang is pretty low, but the sound barrier comes in to save the fire just in time. A barrage available as Heesang doesn't let Quartz get off that second shot. But playing on this teleport, UB is impossible to lock down. You can see Crazy Raccoon trying to enclose upon the backline, but the wall is going to make it next to impossible for them to do so.
Such a nice base that Twisted Minds have created, but Junbin is going to push them all by himself because he has the primal, and the High Noon gets activated. Yeah,
Heesang's dead again. Shu ends up going down as well. Heesang came back from spawn, and Quartz met him with a couple of shots from the Peacekeeper. 3 kills for the Cass. Chorong, I'm afraid you're going back to spawn, my son. That's 4, and that's checkpoint. He's got very little blinks, and Lemon, they're just free pushing right now. They're just going to rip the rush. If Junbin stays around too long, they're just going to force the issue. Speaking of which, both rushes deployed. Funny Astro sitting on a sound barrier if they really need it, but Quartz has done enough damage to send Crazy Raccoon reeling.
The absolute deadlift coming out of Quartz. It was Lip the last map, and then you got this late stagger too. That is gonna hurt. Twisted Minds.
They got 2 P on each side, but they got Annihilation. They got High Noon. They got a TP. They're in, they're out. They're in, they're out. Bubble, luckily though, absorbs all those shots, but they're still getting space. Choron goes down, and Lip finds himself in an awkward spot on low, so there's no chance for him to be an impact in this fight. They have just completely neutralized Lip. He's gonna get chased too. KSA tags him. And Twisted Minds, they're looking like they're going to full cap.
This looks like a record breaker. This is lightning fast from Twisted Minds. Litfra went from having the first ult into the game to being completely silenced.
They still got the wall. They still got Annihilation. He's sang on the venture now to try and stick around. They're just going to keep forcing themselves in on this point. Wall deployed, Annihilation. Junbin, where are you at? Venture hit the burrow. Chorong takes a headshot as KSA. You can stand tall now. Colosseo is their map as Twisted Minds on what felt like a record-breaking pace. Blizzard World selected by the looks of it by Crazy Raccoon. Eichenwalder and Midtown were the other choices. And the bans. Lucio banned for Crazy Raccoon as a Tracer is banned away from Twisted Minds. Point pressured.
Force Twisted Minds into the low ceiling areas. Crazy Raccoon are fine getting a tick out of this. There could be a recontest soon from Twisted Minds, but just be a High Noon from Quartz, but he's just getting hounded by this Winston.
Nice manual, but the Nemesis form was already popped. They end up still killing Quartz though. Oh yeah, and make no mistake. Oh, nice hack. Make no mistake, there are plenty of Crazy Raccoon fans in the audience as well. That's the point cap for Crazy Raccoon with 2 minutes to spare.
Crazy Raccoon so good at manipulating the position of Twisted Minds and eventually putting their backs against the wall. It's protecting the teleport too with the Ramatra shield, but half Twisted Minds have overstayed their welcome. Crazy Raccoon are taking angles.
I was lucky. Later orbital ray here. Twisted Minds now trying to flip the point on Crazy Raccoon. EMP is good for 2. But Quartz is on such a nasty angle. Now has to kind of deal with this bubble, so a little less effective. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, really, should I? Yeah, he's still clicking heads. Good kills from Twisted Minds. A perfect counter rotation to counteract the ray from Chorong. Hands on the Winston, but yeah, should be good. A little cleanse. Simple's ultimate. Getting waylaid for the time being. Oh, lit from the side. Okay. Ends up tagging Simple, who wasn't even looking his direction.
Yeah, Crazy Raccoon just chill. They wait out for ults, and now you can set up Lip for success. Get rid of these flankers. And Crazy Raccoon have become more than aware to expect Twisted Minds from behind.
It is struggle street, though, for Crazy Raccoon. Twisted Minds should surge them forwards, and it's actually going to force Crazy Raccoon for a complete disengage.
And it gets Twisted Minds on the high ground. This is critical for Quartz, but Junbin surprises them. Down below, they did not know, and the bubble is about to pop. Simple is low. Yep,
Simple's dead. Take aim, shot connects. Yubi's in trouble. Slowly but surely, this boulder's being pushed up the hill. Crazy Raccoon It's been a Sisyphean effort so far as Twisted Minds holding them on every corner. 2.5 minutes as their push to third continues.
The Rockets to burst the bubble.
Was Orbital Ray available from Chorong, a TB from UB's alone now. Captive Sun, Simple. Oh, they're just getting split up. This Orbital Ray is good for a kill onto Funny Astro. But now, Crazy Raccoon in an odd spot, no healers, so they're just going to get TP'd upon. Outburst, but Lip still. What? How are you doing that without any supports?
He's the best hit scan in the world. That's how Crazy Raccoon ride this momentum. This is such a strong point for Symmetra.
Orbital Ray advantage is going to be a big one here for TM. High Noon to create space. He sang. Insta hits the burrow. Yeah, oh, still going to go for it. Yeah, you got the drill dash there, so you're good. Oh, what a shot. Even better Suzu, though, from Simple. Keeping Astro alive. Primal Rage in the back, hindered briefly. Jumbin's health melting. And now the tectonic shock through the wall. UB in trouble. Chased by Heesang. But they trade. Jumbin ends up going down. Was that really worth it? Quartz stands tall in the back line with two supports at his back. Now Crazy Raccoon have to reset. They should be good. ASA's pretty low though. They might need to emergency pop it. Well, they end up laying the road, but it's all good because Jumbin's already down. The payload's going to hold here. UB and KSA just ripping through Crazy Raccoon. A team kill to end it all as Twisted Minds hold them before that third point. Now they try and pressure the point.
Junbin's giving a lot more respect to Quartz, and Junbin is going to trust in those packs from Chorong, but shooting to those four!
Yeah, they do end up trading for Quartz though, but can they actually sustain through this fight now with only the brick heals? Getting a lot of value though on that Inspire, but KSA has got one kill that he wants, and it's going to be onto Chorong. He's so low. Chorong's shield destroyed. Those Twisted Minds looking to get their first tick on the point. He's saying with no cooldowns left, and KSA puts his arms up, hoping to sustain enough to survive, but no, Lip hit just puts him in the ground.
2.5 minutes. Twisted Minds, it's getting real scary. Speed ring, here's the approach. Orbital Ray looking for a nice lane. Seeing Crazy Raccoon on the back. Junbin could deny a lot of space here with the Minds. Twisted Minds trying to trade blow for blow. Quartz has to watch for the dive from the Venture.
High Noon does get booped away, but look at that TP again. Oh, Quartz! Brain so big he can remember tomorrow. TP's through it, gets the kill onto Heesang, and that's going to be first point done and dusted. Jumbin is alive, of course, but they got no real sustain, so it looks like it's just going to be a little stall here for the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, especially when you have no Minds. You got to set up for this high ground.
Heesang decides better of it, though. I don't want to stay too high in the sky there with the burrow, as Quartz was looking Heesang dead in the eyes. Well, there's a tectonic shock. That's going to get waylaid there by that wall, so Heesang hits the burrow, looking for the backliner to maybe surprise a little bit, but ends up using, what, like 2 shots of that? Oh, and that was it. What an unbelievable shot, though, from Lip. TP predicted. As Lip hits the bolus of a century.
That was insane from Lip. The reads from Crazy Raccoon. They know what to expect. It's the teleport onto the high ground. Jumbin has been lurking behind, pulling them out of the teleport, and Lip strikes from the front.
Twisted Minds struggling to get out of this choke point.
Chorong is still behind them, by the way, and Crazy Raccoon may have bit off more than they could chew. And Twisted Minds, they grouped up, they retaliated, but at a cost of a lot of time, less than 2 minutes. Still a few more fights to go for B. Crazy Raccoon, it's about forcing mistakes.
They're on low ground right now. They do have a teleport, but I don't think it's a good one. Maybe only went up to that miniature high ground. Bowler shot in the corner, but no. Quartz out of nowhere, pops around the corner, tags Lip in the animation, headshot, insta-kill, and now they can move on. Chew on the height, takes a headshot from Quartz, use that shift to heal him up, and now they're trying to buy time. Hope and pray.
Quartz wasn't having an MVP level performance. This would be it.
Yeah, just burrow straight in front of him. Chorong rally off of high ground, and Lip's on the Widow of all things, but he's too far up. UB's just gonna run him down. But Lip, he just keeps on clicking heads. That orbital rate should be too much for him though. And there it is. Checkpoint secured by Twisted Minds. as they make their final assault. They got a wall, they got a rush, they got annihilation, they got the tools to do it. Nice right click there on Heesang, forces the retreat. Junbin dead though. ASA moving on. And now it's up to Heesang to maybe stall or get back to the rest of his team.
He does, but KSA could pop annihilation. Look how weak they are. Twisted Minds don't want to bite off more. The box of victory's in sight. They have Kitsune Rush. Crazy Raccoon at the touch.
They got no ults. This bolus from Lip has to go ginormous. They're going to heal up. They're going to deploy the wall, deploy the rush, deploy pretty much everything they've got. They've even got a high noon. Coming up for Quartz, a retreat here for Crazy Raccoon as Junbin ends up going down and Twisted Minds are rewriting history. Crazy Raccoon have been failed, thrown into the trash as Twisted Minds in front of their home crowd have done it.